I get rocked. This shit for my kids, nigga. It's that real shit. We still hustle till the sun come up. Tack the 40 when the sun go down. It's a cold winter. Y'all niggas better bundle up. And I better be a hotter summer rapper than you just to rock it down. You hot now, listen up. Don't you know cops on purpose is to lock us down?
What's going on, everybody? Ken Hotep back at it again with another one.
We still try to keep mom smile.
Happy, what's today, y'all? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Hotep Thursday. This one for you, Philly. The Philly Trash Strikes of 2025. The Philly Trash Strikes of 2025.
But I'm never snitching, I'm a rider. If my kids hungry, snatch the dishes out your kitchen. I'll be violent till they
pick me out of lineup.
We keep the nines tucked, chop dimes up.
Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope you're ready to relax a little bit tomorrow. 4th of July tomorrow. Hopefully it's a chill day, no false flags. If you new, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification icon. I'm talking about bricks and yayo, halves and quarters, 4 and a half and hands. You do the math, swing past and scoop up your daughter. She wanna roll with a thug that rap. This right here has this right here has every hood in the chokehold, baby. Hope never slacking, man. Getting close to that, man. One time, no, I got a neck to get that change. Feet out of the pack, man. ROC, man. Ski mask, wear it out. Gotta kill witnesses. The ski fans stick it out. Y'all don't want to witness shit. I used to know this shit verbatim. But I got a VTN, man. So I move keys. You can call me the piano, man. Rain, sleep, hell, snow, man. Slang, yo, E, hydro, man. No. BC in the third lane. Ram still praying, working on my nerves, man. I said you gotta get your soul clean. Before they blow them horns like Coltrane. Still I cry tears of a hustler, wipe tears from my mother, pull out beers for our brothers. That's above us, make beers for the babies, tuck kids under covers, buy cribs for their mothers. I gotta get some gas. Shit, I probably be wildin' with their fathers. I was robbing, telling knockers that I'm riding for a father. That's like my brother. Not same mother, different father. Any problems, all on got them. And still we grind from the bottom just to make it to the bottom. So crack in the alleyways. Still gave back Marcy a dollar day. Real gangsters make good holidays. They ain't beggars, but we still pay Irish, man. Soul Food Sunday looking like Big Mama's, man. Tell the gang I never break my promise, man. Man. What's up, YV? YV in the building. What's the deal? Y'all know that shit a classic right there. That shit a classic. Anyway. Yo. Take that, bro. Oh, my goodness gracious, y'all. The trash strikes of 2025. The Philly trash strikes of 2025. Oh, my goodness gracious, y'all. Shit just wild. So, for those of you who don't know, the city of Philadelphia and the Department of Sanitation's union, whatever union, it's like a local 33 or whatever, have not come to a deal. They haven't reached a deal. So, yeah, sanitation workers are on strike. And trash is just piling up around the city. I've been seeing that shit all over the timeline. It looked crazy, man. It looked crazy. Philly out this bitch looking like a third world country. Like that's one group of people, that's one department, that's one profession that you don't wanna like trifle with, yo. Like the Department of Sanitation keep the streets clean, right? Trash pickup, street sweeper and all of that other stuff. You need that. You need that. You know? You need that type of stuff, yo. You feel me? I support America, goofball. DL23 resident. Get the fuck out of here. I don't support any of that shit. I support America. America. The country I was born in. That's what I support. All right, I ain't got no skin in the game in Israel or Iran. Anyway, so you don't fuck with the Department of Sanitation. You don't fuck with that. Like you need that. You need your trash pickup, right? But they sitting here fucking around with them. They just want a better wage and better benefits. And I can't blame them. You know, shit is expensive right now, right? You know, now Donnie T is starting to, you know, make some headway with a lot of the policies that he's trying to implement, stuff like that. You know, no tips on taxes, no tips on overtime is on the horizon. No tips, no tips. I mean, no tips. No taxes on tips, no taxes on overtime is on the horizon right now. You feel me? Like it's coming through. You know, jobs is up tremendously. You know what I mean? You know, he doing what he need to do, but right now things are still expensive. You know, I get it, cost of living and all of that other stuff. So I can see why they want to work out another deal. We had something similar to that here in Baltimore. Well, not in Baltimore. I think it was like East Coast wide with the port union workers. You know, finally reached a deal, and I think they good. But I get it. You know what I mean? But the mayor of Philly, she fucking around. The mayor of Philly out here fucking around, yo. The mayor of Philly out here fucking around. And now, not only is trash not getting picked up, she's inferring that you guys in Philly pack your trash up and then drive it to a designated location so you can throw it away, which is wild to me considering your tax money, your hard-earned dollars that you pay in taxes should be paying for your trash pickup. But you know, misappropriation of funds. They not putting the money where it's supposed to be. The elected officials got outrageous salaries in Philly. You know, they're not going to take a pay cut, right? They're going to make sure they pay raises go through, right? But they trying to work a better deal with the union for the sanitation workers, and they ain't trying to come up off no money, right? That's what happens when you elect incompetent people to positions of power. So not only do they want you to take your trash, right? They want you to take your trash to the designated area to throw it away. The designated areas that they got designated for trash, them shits look dumpsters, right? They just putting that shit next to the dumpster, beside the dumpster, in front of the dumpster. They got 30-yard dumpsters out there overflowing, and then so it's a 30-yard dumpster full to the brim, and then right in front of the 30-yard dumpster is 30 yards of trash just sitting on the street. Then there's another 30-yard dumpster, then 30 yards of trash just sitting on the street. Like, the shit looks crazy, right? And if you the leader, if you're the mayor of the city, you're looking at this like, all right, we need to come to a conclusion. We need to make a deal now, ASAP. This shit's gonna get out of hand, right? But nah, they ain't even close. Now you got the hustlers out here. They gonna make a buck, right? If you got a pickup truck and a little trailer or something like that, you know what I mean? You can go ahead and get a bag real fast, right? You can go ahead and get a bag real fast. You know, now earlier today I made a video and I was saying, you know, I would charge $10 a house, 3 can max, right? $10 I'll dump 3 cans maximum, right? But you got motherfuckers in Philly hitting their neighbors over the head, boy. You got niggas in Philly hitting their neighbors over the head, boy. That shit is crazy. $250K a year? That's wild. $250 a year. But then they got the nerve to say they broke. Same thing here in Maryland. Same thing here in Maryland. I think Westmore's like the system make the same amount. I'm like, yo, like I get it, get your bread, but y'all crying we broke. Y'all crying we broke, but these officials and stuff, they don't want to take that pay cut. They ain't gonna take that pay cut. They the ones stealing anyway. You know what I mean? Same thing. That's the same thing here in Maryland. It's crazy. Oh, that is nuts. What's up, Daisy girl? But what the fuck are y'all doing? $10 a bag, $15 a can. I'm like, damn. Like I'm trying to do a search. Like if it was here in Maryland, if it was here in my area, I'm trying to do my neighbors a service. But I gotta make a couple bucks, right? It's my time. That's why I was like $10. I'll dump 3 cans, right? And I got the equipment to do so, right? So I could do that, right? And let's just say I just do my little neighborhood. There's quite a few houses in my neighborhood. You feel me? And then make a couple dollars. These niggas said 15 a can, $10 a bag. I'm like, shit. Right, exactly. Public relations, $250,000 is astronomical. That is crazy. That shit is crazy. But it's just that's what it is, yo. You know what it is, right? Whoever the PR person is for that public school system, the fucking superintendent of the public schools, probably they cousin or friend that they looking out for and giving them that exorbitant amount of money annually to be a PR person. That shit is crazy, man. Think about it, right? $250 a year. A congressman only make $175. A congressman makes $175. $250 a year for that's crazy. That's crazy. It's too much, yo. It's too much. Now Philly swimming in trash. It's gotta smell bad around there, right? It's gotta smell bad around there. Not to mention the rodents and shit like that that's gonna get into the trash, right? Not to mention the rodents that's gonna get into the trash, bro. You know what I mean? It's gonna be disgusting, and people aren't about to you got trash that you done thrown in the trash can now. Like if you ain't got no truck, right? You got a little sports car like I'm driving right now. That's all you got. What the fuck is you supposed to do? You gonna throw your trash can in the trunk dripping with fucking just whatever? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. It's crazy. And then like I said, you got the hustlers out here. Look, get your money, yo. Get your money. But you out this bitch. You out this bitch. My bad, y'all. You out this bitch like hitting your neighbors over the head. You hitting your neighbors over the head, yo. Like they get a couple bucks, but damn. Yeah, yo, $10 a bag, 15 a can is crazy work. All right, like I don't know how many houses I got in my neighborhood. I got quite a few houses. Let's just say I went around and I don't know, half the neighborhood. I can make a shit. I could probably make $1,000 a week, just with a little $10 a house. You know what I mean? Like $3, $2 or $3. Yeah, cause people be forgetting. You got older neighbors who they dread doing that shit. But if you got your little ledger and he hit you with a little cash app on $3 a week, you know what I mean? And then you just make sure you going around the neighborhood pulling their cans from their driveway to the curb. That's good bread. You know what I mean? That's good bread. Just saying. I forgot what he said he was making just doing that in the neighborhood. It was a decent little chunk of change. It was a decent little chunk of change. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, yo, y'all hitting your neighbors over the head. $15 a can. Most people, how many cans most people got, right? Like I know me. I got 4 cans, right? I got 4 cans, but I don't always use all 4 cans. I might use, for the most part, I probably use 3 cans. Yeah, for the most part, I probably use 3 cans. right? Like today I had 3 cans out there, right? My neighbor across the street, she got one, and she do her recycling. That's another thing. That's 2 days a week, yo. That's 2 days a week. You taking recycling, and then you're taking the regular trash. Yo, that's bread, yo. That's bread. Until they figure this out. Until they figure this out. You know? That shit is crazy, bro. But they need to come to a conclusion with this, yo. Philly, like you don't want that stigma, right? Because you know all that. Like I try. Like I used to keep my trash cans in my garage, and then I stopped doing that. You want the Philly things connected to the mob? Boy, don't get me lying to you. Like I used to keep my cans in the garage, and then I stopped, right? Because like for one, it's make the garage smell crazy, right? Because the garage ain't got no fuck. It's not climate controlled. So if it's hot as a bitch, it's just hot garbage. It smells like hot garbage in that bitch. So I keep my cans on the side of my house, outside, right, with covered up. You know, pour a little bleach in there, something like that. Keep other shit out of there, and then I can just pull it up to the what's the name. So imagine people having like this trash overflowing. The people that can't get they trash to they can't get their trash to the little drop off spot. You know, but then you have some people that ain't gonna want to pay the $10 or whatever it is that the hustlers is trying to charge to get the trash gone. Right? You just gonna have people putting trash at the curb. And that trash was gonna be at the curb. Neighborhoods looking crazy. But like I said, incompetent people getting put into positions of power, yo. That's the problem. They looking out for their pockets. They looking out for the pockets of their benefactors. Looking out for the pockets of their friends. But they ain't looking out for the people. See, you got some politicians that get into it for the love of the game, right? They get into it for the love of the game. They get into it for the people, right? But then you got some politicians that get into it because of how much money they could make, off of lobbyists and co-signing shit. You know what I mean? They get into it for that. And unfortunately, a lot of these, I'm not saying that Republicans is saints because they not, but a lot of these Democratic strongholds, that's what it is. And we know that, right? Like, look at here in Baltimore, same thing. We fucking broke. Look at Maryland. So Westmore and them, they took Trump to task for Doge and consolidating agencies. They took Trump to task for hiring freezes for 90 days, right? And trying to get people to retire or buy their retirement or whatever the fuck it's called, right? You know what I mean? What's up, Sauce? Right? They did all of that, right? Now Westmore done did a hiring freeze, and he trying to buy people out of their pension or get people to retire. The same shit that they was chastising Trump for, they're now doing, which is a smart thing to do when your fucking state is underwater. Now everybody's praising him. He's got to do what he has to do. No shit. So when Trump was doing it because the fucking country's broke, he's a poor leader. Westmore does the shit for Maryland because Maryland's fucking broke, which is a smart thing to do. Oh, he's trying to get us through tough times. It's fucking crazy, yo. It's fucking crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it. It ain't Philly trying to be a sanctuary city. Ain't Philly trying to go against ICE and all this other shit. That's the funny part. So the money that they could be using to make this deal with the Department of Sanitation, they trying to put toward illegals who don't even fucking belong here. Oh, we can't afford to pay y'all niggas more money. We need our new voter base nice and comfortable. We need our new voter base nice and comfy and cozy. Bruh. Same thing with New York. New York is a fucking dirty city. Remember Cardi B waxing poetic about how dirty New York is and how inefficient the fucking the trash pickup is. But then what she do? Turn around and fucking start capping for Kamala for the bag, for the bag. And I feel bad for the people in Philly, right? I feel bad for them because like people always say this is what you voted for, but that's the thing, right? People they get gaslit all the time. Gaslight, gaslight, gaslight. They gaslight the city. They just gas them up, yo. And it's just funny because it's like they got memories of goldfish. So it's like I really be sitting here. I used to laugh and I used to think they was overusing the term NPC. I don't think that no more. Like I was like, y'all keep going. Y'all going hard with this NPC shit. Nah, a lot of people out here is NPCs. They complain about their circumstances. They complain about conditions in their city and in their neighborhoods, right? But then they vote against their own self-interest. Why? Why? Because some celebrity told you? Or so some talking head on the news told you? They got niggas really thinking that Trump is about to deport black American citizens. They really got people thinking that Trump about to deport black American citizens. I'm like, how retarded can you be? He said he might deport black Americans. Like, how the fuck is he going to deport black Americans? Birthright citizenship. Yeah, nigga. If y'all listen to Trump and stop taking fucking cliff notes from CNN and MSNBC, you would have heard Trump say in a press conference the history of birthright citizenship and it being to the benefit of black slaves. And that's what it was for. But now it's being bastardized and flipped and reversed to fucking benefit illegal aliens. And that's why he did what he did with it. He ain't doing it to fucking get rid of black American citizens. He doing this shit so that the Democrats can't use birthright citizenship as a fucking crutch or fucking a tool to keep illegals in the country. He said that. Exactly. One and all. Just like he's taking Medicare and Medicaid from millions of people. Notice how they said millions of people. They didn't say millions of citizens, did they? See? Because people don't fucking listen. They go with their emotions. They ain't say millions of citizens. You know why? Because the Medicare that they're snatching is from illegals. The Medicaid he's snatching, SNAP and WIC and all that other shit, EBT, welfare, he's snatching it from illegals. He ain't taking it from American citizens. He's snatching it from illegals and people committing welfare fraud. He said this shit. Trump's deporting millions of migrants. No, he's deporting millions of illegals. They leave the word illegal out. And they get people, what's up, Montoya? They get people all gassed up. All gassed up. He's deporting all these immigrants. No, he's deporting illegal immigrants. More importantly, illegal immigrants who've been doing dirt in America. You in Philly? What's it like on the ground in Philly right now? Is the trash piling up like I've been seeing on social media? I feel like that's kind of crazy to how they doing, y'all. They need to make a deal with the Department of Sanitation. Oh, I see it here in Baltimore, yo. I see it here in Maryland. Me and a friend of mine was just talking about, hey, yo, they taking over in this neighborhood, yo. You go to my father's office, like sometimes I'll stream from there. You go to my father's business and just take a walk, yo. It's like 10-1. 10 Hispanics to 1 black or white American. They taking over. And it's, and I'm not really mad about it. especially if you hear legally, right? Legally. If you hear legally, do your thing, man. Right? They buying up houses, man. They buying up tons of real estate. But we ain't doing it. I'm tired of hearing, well, who's gonna cut your grass? Who's nigga? I'll open a lawn service. I'll fill the gap. It's finding your area so far. That's what's up. What areas are affected, Jennifer? But like, I'm just sitting there like, yo, yeah, they're just pandering to a new voter base, and I've been telling people this shit since 2020. Right? They outnumber black people, so we're no longer the voter base they're really trying to get to. Jennifer said she gonna use New Jersey's trash system. But yo, come in here legally. That's all he want. That's all anybody want, yo. Who's gonna do this and who's gonna do that? Our kids need. Who's gonna build your homes? Let's get our kids into these trades. Let's get our young men and women into these trades. My neighbor, 2 doors down from me, right? I used to work with him in the electrical union. He a master electrician. He was my journeyman. I learned under him. Now I went another direction. I went into electronics engineering instead of staying in the electrical union. But guess what? He just retired. He living high off the hog. House nice as a bitch. Backyard looked like a goddamn sanctuary. You know what I mean? Get your kids to learn how to frame out a house or a bedroom. Get your kids to learn how to do roofing. Roofing is big business in roofing. Get your kids to learn how to do HVAC. We don't need immigrants to come in here and do that type of work. We can do that type of work. There's money in that shit. I'm about to learn HVAC. Like, I'm about to learn HVAC. Yeah, I don't care. You can DM me. The way I went through the electrical union. Like, I'm not against all unions. I know some unions is some bullshit, but like the trade unions are pretty fucking good. So like the electrical union, the electrical union when I was there, they paid me to come to school. They paid me like $100 every class to come to school, and they kept me working when I was in there. I think I was there for like 2 years. They kept me working. You know what I mean? I think the unions are the best way to go about it. So like I would go to your local electrical union and see if you can't get in that way. It's free. You know what I mean? They're gonna keep you working and you get an increase in pay until you become a journeyman. It's a 5-year program. It's a 5-year program. You know what I mean? You know? You know? You know? I'm just saying. But like it's just crazy to me. He's going to deport black Americans. No, he can't deport black Americans for one. 2, he can't deport black Americans. And 3, he can't deport black Americans. You trying to get your boys to join the Merchant Marines? That's what's up. That's what's up. Like, cause college ain't always the way to go, right? Now, when I was growing up, it was always preach college, 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 right? College, college, college. And I'm not saying college is a poor decision. No, college is great if you go to college for something you need to go to college for. But a lot of kids ain't built for college. You might got a kid that ain't really got the aptitude to go to college, but he might be a hell of a fucking auto mechanic. Because make no mistake, you can make $100,000 a year on brakes. Look at fucking Jiffy Lube. They just changing oil. You can make $100,000 a year changing oil. Right, exactly. Great career they can fall back on. I agree. They might not be built for college, but they might be able to fucking hang drywall. I got a homie from high school who made a whole business on just hanging drywall, is fucking loaded off trash and destroying boats. He just paid me to go take a fly bridge down off of a 35-foot boat. I went Sunday and I made $400 in 1 hour to take a fly bridge down off a boat. Yeah, it's so much debt out the gate. So much debt out the gate. You're right. Like right now, like I was talking to my daughter, she's gonna be going to college after next year or whatever she decides to do, right? I told her she's gonna go to college. It's gotta be for something worth going to college for. So when she get out of college, she can make money and pay them fucking loans if she got loans. Because I ain't paying that shit. You know what I mean? Like my brother. My brother went to college. He played football, so he had a scholarship. He's a junior project manager for a construction company. There's so much money out here, right? But Americans, we be lazy sometimes. We be lazy. It's like the trades is where it's at, man, right now. And I said this on Sonny Johnson's show. I've said this on a couple of shows where I say, yo, trades are going to be a niche. Trades are, because kids don't want to, they want to be TikTok stars and fucking Twitch stars and all this other shit. And I'm like, a lot of these trades ain't going to have enough people going into them. And they're going to be, and next thing you know, they're going to be paying top dollar to get people to come into them. Even, is it Japan? Japan is even advocating for their kids not to really go to college like that and to go into a trade because it's needed. But see, America just trying to import labor instead of encouraging our citizens and our kids to go into these fields. There's so much money, yo, and we missing out on it. But no, we advocating for some people that wouldn't piss on us if we was on fire. Now look, if you sneak into the country, right, yeah, like, what was I just saying? I forgot what the fuck I was just saying. I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, if you sneak into the country, you don't get caught. More power to you. More power to you. But if you get caught, you gotta charge that shit to the game. You're not no victim. You ain't no victim. You gotta charge that shit to the game, right? That's like if I'm out on the corner and I'm selling crack, right? And I'm making money selling crack, but I ain't got caught yet. And then I finally get caught by the feds selling crack. I can't say this is bullshit. They railroading me. They trying to lock a black man up. Nah, nigga, I gotta charge that shit to the game. I'm doing some shit that's illegal. So when I see these illegals getting rounded up, I'm like, oh, well, you got caught. This shit is crazy to me, yo. I just never thought I would see this day where people are so like, there's so much cognitive dissonance. It's so much like the mental gymnastics is just Olympic level at this point of people wanting to have a better life, wanting America to be great, but then voting against their best interest and basically helping them, the collective, the powers that be, push them out of their own neighborhoods and put them in the poorhouse. Exactly, yo. Getting caught used to be understood, yo. That's where charge it to the game came from. That's where the term charge it to the game came from. You gotta charge that shit. It's certain shit that's a hazard. It's like a work hazard. You know that this shit is possible. Like if I'm doing a roof, I know that if my ass ain't tethered to that roof and I fall off the roof, that's a possibility. If I'm an electrician and I fucking touch the wrong motherfucking wire and I electrocute myself, that's a possibility. If I'm working on skyscrapers as a welder and I'm not tethered to that building and I fucking fall, that's a work hazard. You gotta charge. That's charge it to the game. You sneaking in a country that you know you coming in this bitch illegally. You know it. You know it because, and people are like, oh, they're coming here because they don't have. You used to keep a couple of G's for bond, right? And that's what I'm saying, right? So it's like, oh, they don't have enough. No, a lot of the times the people that's coming over this bitch illegally, they're paying the coyotes a premium. They're paying the coyotes like five. It costs like $6 grand, right? 6 to 10 grand to go through the process of becoming an American citizen, right? A lot of these people is paying these coyotes like 6 grand to get here. Then they get here and they hustle and they, what's up, Carlo? They get here and they hustle, right? And they work, and then what they do, they send the money back to their country so they family member, right, can pay a coyote to bring their asses back across here. That's the process. They not just coming over this bitch on some fucking pilgrimage to fucking Trail of Tears. No. Cause I'm only speaking for Mexicans, but they can act like Mexico is like their grandma's nasty village in the 1920s. You know, Mexico's legit nice. Yeah, they just want to be here. There's more opportunities here. I get that. There's more freedoms here. I get that. We ain't gotta wipe our ass and put the fucking toilet paper in a fucking trash can. They still gotta do that shit in Mexico. You can drink our tap water and not fucking get fucking typhus. You know what I mean? Like I get it, but at the same time, don't sit here and act like, oh, they're running from. No, they most of the time, a lot of, like, let's just say you in Argentina or you're in El Salvador. When you're seeking asylum, you're supposed to seek asylum in the neighboring country. Really? Interesting. You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to go to the neighboring. You're supposed to go to the nearest country for asylum. Now they ain't doing that. They skipping like 4 or 5 countries to come. Why just skip right past Mexico, come straight to America? That's because they're not trying to seek asylum. They just try to come here. But then when they get caught, oh, I'm seeking asylum. like Mello, he stabbed the motherfucker. Oh, it's self defense. No, it's self defense because your ass got caught. It wasn't self defense when you stabbed him. It's crazy. No, you get caught. Oh, I'm seeking asylum. No, you're not. That's just your knee jerk reaction. And the love of not paying for infrastructure, the man is like, he knows who he let in. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Damn, that's crazy. Lied and said that her husband beat her. That's wild. But that's all I'm saying. Yeah, but people don't. It's like sometimes I be feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Like I'm not the only person that see the sham. Like sometimes I just gotta look at people like what they like. Hold on, I don't get. How do you not see what I see? How do you not see what I see? It should be crazy to me. But it's these democratic strongholds that want to do this shit, yo. They want to do this shit. They want to stay in power. Once Donnie T get out of office, yo, get ready for old boss same as the new boss, or new boss same as the old boss. Get ready for things to go back to the way it was, fucking pre-Trump, Obama years, Bush years. Get ready for that shit, because that's what they want. That's what they want. 2028 come around, they got to get back on track for Agenda 2030. They got to get back on track for fucking carbon credits and social credit and the Green New Deal. I think they're gonna run. I think they're gonna run Wes Moore from Maryland as the presidential candidate. I think that's their. He's their new Obama. He's their new Obama. You get called a sellout. Mm. They scared to go visit Mexico, but you back there talking to everybody, chilling. But that's how it is, yo. It drives me insane, yo, to see people in America who like are disenfranchised and they like, yo, I can't get ahead. I can't get food stamps no more, right? I can't get food stamps no more. I can't feed my kid, right? Shit like that. And then watch them advocate for illegal aliens who come here and get more than they get. They come here as illegals and get the fucking red carpet treatment. And American citizens get the short end of the stick like redheaded stepchildren. Hey, buddy.
Are you on a stream?
Yep.
Are we going to the movies?
Yeah, we missed the 7 o'clock. We're gonna go to the other one. I'm gonna look and see what time it start.
All right.
So go get dressed, yo. Are you wearing that?
I'm like this.
Oh, get some socks and shoes, yo. Get a hoodie because it might be cold.
Huh?
Get some socks and shoes, and if she wanna go, I'm supposed to take my son to see that new Jurassic World movie. So the after party might be a little late. But then again, you know how HJ and Uncle B, they be going to like 11 o'clock. I fuck around and be out the movie and ready to go for the after party before they stop. But I'm supposed to take my son. Hopefully, they got another show in the next like 45 minutes or an hour or something like that. So we'll see. The movie like 2 hours long. Doing other work for social services at a very affluent county here. If I told you the amount of money these immigrants receive, you'd be sick. I remember seeing shit online where people were showing people's like receipts and they had like $3,000 on their fucking EBT card. I'm like, damn. They getting fucking apartments in Manhattan. New York was giving them like $10,000 gift cards, right? And Chicago was like giving them like $6,000 in like furniture fucking vouchers and apartments and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Really? That's crazy. I'm like, I'm working too fucking hard. Damn, I need to go across the then and sneak through and say my name fucking Enrique. I look Dominican enough, right? Mexicans think I'm Mexican. They start speaking Spanish to me, and I'm looking at them like I don't know what the fuck you saying. He had to fucking grin and bear that shit. Yeah, yo, that shit crazy, yo. Then people talk, oh, Trump's a monster for this. Like, for what? For doing the same shit that another country would do if your black ass snuck in? If I snuck into Mexico, you think Mexico gonna fucking have a mariachi band waiting for me? Giving me fucking money and resources? Fuck no. They gonna pack my ass up and send me right back. Oh yeah, you got it. You know that's what it is. Cause they the ones that's advocating and paying for them to get up here in the first place. You know these NGOs is the reason why they making these treks. They coming 6, 7 countries away. Some NGOs. Go to any country, and I guarantee you're gonna do some time in jail, and then they're gonna fucking ship your ass right back here if you sneak in that bitch and don't do shit the right way. So why America gotta be the exception? Every other country going shit. Go to North Korea. Just thinking, you heard Otto Warmbier? He took a fucking poster down, and his ass came back in a body bag. Rules is rules, nigga. Like any other country, go to Britain. Go get smuggled into Great Britain or fucking your ass will go to the jail, and then they gonna pack your ass up and they gonna ban you from that country and they gonna send your ass back to America. So why America gotta be the exception? This shit is retarded. Ah, boy, I tell you. But I feel bad for the people in Philly, yo. I feel bad for the people in Philly, yo. You know, I hope they reach a deal soon. And if y'all out there hustling in Philly, try to give your neighbors a break. $15 per can is crazy. Right? $10 a bag is crazy. So some people ain't got it. You know what I mean? Some people ain't got it. You know what I mean? It's sad. It's sad. Anyway, guys, what do you say? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Period. Period. The funny part is watch some Democratic fucking watch a Democratic candidate get in as president next time, right? And watch how they do this. And the funny part is Trump still ain't deported more people than Obama. Watch they change their tune on immigration, and then all these dickheads that's against Trump and immigration gonna be fucking cheering and clamoring for immigration, for deportation. Watch. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in, Markel. Happy 4th to you, Carlo. But anyway, guys, I'm about to jump off. I'm about to go ahead. We're going to find this movie, go see this movie. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon, hit that like button, guys. Let people know we were live. You want to donate to the channel, $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App, Super Chats. Always welcome, guys. Anyway, until next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss. And don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of its own. Worry about today. Happy 4th, y'all. I'll probably stream tomorrow. We'll see. I'll holla at y'all.